we are trying to grow edible plants because we think that in the future astronauts will go into long interplanetary trips. We like to eat not only canned things, packaged stuff, but also fresh vegetable, fruits, and other things. And we need to figure out really, are these plants growing in microgravity? What do we need to do to make sure that they grow in a healthy way and they are able to give us the nutrient that we need to have?
We are with Paolo Nespoli, the next Italian astronaut to fly to the International Space Station on May 2017. He has already been in space twice, in 2007 and 2010 for a long-duration mission. Paolo, which will be your role in the coming mission?
This will be an expedition on the International Space Station, 6 months long. Usually we have the title of flight engineer. So I will be a flight engineer on the Soyuz, on the vehicle that will bring us up there. To be honest, I will be sitting on the right side and the flight engineer doesn't do much. The left one does much more. It's almost a co-pilot. On the right side, it's almost a passenger. Anyhow, be a flight engineer on the Soyuz, but an important role is flight engineer on the space station. And everybody is a flight engineer on the space station. It will be one of the resources in space. Astronauts in space are like the electricity, water, nitrogen, oxygen. They need to be, somebody needs to make sure that these resources are available for achieving the most things possible. And there is a group on the ground, there's the planning group usually in Houston that collects these requests coming from all over the world. It puts together a schedule so that 6 people can work on this confined place without conflicting with each other. Usually what we end up doing, and every day is kind of different. By the way, the work starts around 7:30 in the morning and finishes around 8:30 in the evening. Usually in this time frame there is 1 hour for lunch and 2.5 hours for physical fitness exercise. Very important. You need to maintain your skeleton, your muscles in space. But the rest of the time we are working, let's say 40% of the time we are engineers that are used to maintain the station, fix things, the brakes, and load and unload supply vessels, cargo ships. Anyhow, working as an electrician, a plumber, something like that. And then about 40% of the time is reserved for experiments. Could be science, could be technology. We work either as the hands of the scientist that from the ground details what to do, tells you what to do in procedure, and you execute this experiment to provide them, him or her, with the results. Or you are a big guinea pigs, meaning that the experiments are done on you. And since our body is changing, then it's very nice for the scientists to measure these changes and understand certain things that on the ground you cannot understand. And the rest of the time we usually use it for PR, public relation activities, outreach activities, educational activities. It's extremely important to bring the school kids, bring the general public in space with us and show it to them that this is a very important activity we do there for everybody. And in the future, God knows, maybe they can be in space too.
Paolo, what is the future of human space flight?
It's very interesting. We are now at a situation in which things are going to change, are already changing. The shuttle retired, the funds have dried up in one sense and changed scope in the other sense. We are now at the point in which the space station it's kind of going, but is in low Earth orbit, and we are not doing exploration, which is one of the important parts. We are at the point in which I believe the human spaceflight will change dramatically by switching the exploitation of the low Earth orbit by the public, by the commercial entities, by people that will start bringing the regular people in space for vacation, for a couple of days of zero-G, for just an orbit, for just a parabola up there. This is something very important because it shows us that when we acquire this capability, we can actually transform it into something that is economically sustainable. Also because, and I can say that because I was in space, it's really, really nice to be in space. Feel this microgravity situation, see the Earth with different eyes. Those are things so unique of space and so fulfilling that I believe the future of commercial spaceflight, tourism in space is there, it's assured. Then, of course, we need to pick up again a little bit the exploration part, which will be, or probably needs to be done again by the government because there is not an automatic return on that side. And I believe we will go back, maybe going to the moon, for sure pointing at Mars, maybe go and capture an asteroid and see what it is. So continuing in that direction. We tend to look at the future with using our lifespan as the length of the future. You know, we always think, oh, what will happen in 10 years, maybe in 20. But I think we need to look at what will happen in 100 years or in 500 years. And I think we will start seeing the real capability of human race starting expanding toward the solar system, really having outposts on the moon, outposts on Mars, and starting thinking that, you know, this Earth is beautiful, it's big, but eventually, as somebody said, it's a very beautiful cradle, but we will need to go somewhere sometime.
So Paolo, congratulations for your assignment.
But thank you. I'm looking forward to this one, and God knows, maybe we'll bring you in space too. Ciao.